The definite purpose. Definite purpose is taken from the book that's from the society known as Unconnected Dots. We were saying that in Eden there was Adam and Eve, whereas there were other people out of Eden which were not part of that. So when you say the definite purpose, it means that Adam and Eve in Eden defeated the purpose, which was paradise lost, and then even those that were out of Eden before Adam and Eve were to be taken out, they were also tricked in falling into sin. So meaning now it's a total paradise lost. So when we say the definite purpose, it means that God, whether it's from the line of Adam or from the other man, he was able still to fulfill this definite purpose about creation, including us as a species, which is humanity and other things. So how is this thing? Examine the Bible and check those generation they're talking about. Some they are not directly linked. These are different dots merging in different times. So the conjecture says that if you check there, these people, they have been linked, but find that in between them there is a huge yes, which it sounds impractical to say how can this one interlink to that one. So when we say unconnected dots, it means different thing merging, submerging, merging, submerging in different times, in different intervals. It means God, if for instance the first dot it was Adam, but Adam lose because of he failed to follow the laws of rulership. He will choose one from the line of Adam again and place him. But if that particular individual fails, he might as well choose somebody from somewhere, which because the relation of these people, they are not necessary by bloodline. It is righteousness. Their bloodline is righteousness, not the bloodline that it's the blood or the kin. So when you say unconnected dots, you're saying that the definite purpose, God may raise somebody different from the bloodline that is known as of that of specific individual, but raise somebody different somewhere to make sure that his definite purpose continue. For instance, when Israel wanted Saul to be their king, was Saul part of the lines of the right, or was somebody elected from the multitude? If you try to examine the scripture, you see that he was elected from the multitude, even though we're not questioning his genealogy, say who were his biological parents and so forth, but unconnected dots merging to fulfill the definite purpose. So with that, we're saying that we will be able now to see that God's purpose could be fulfilled only if certain few individuals still able to listen to him. For instance, in Abraham's time, when the angel came to destroy Gomorrah and Sodom, somebody who is not related to Gomorrah was able to intervene and say, intervene and say, God, if there are 50, said he's not going to destroy. But God said, none, it's right there. So it's more or less the same thing. So unconnected dots, you're saying the purpose of them is to fulfill the definite purpose which God intended out of creation. Let me not talk about the species that is us, but as information scientists, this is a staggering information we're coming across, saying if you analyze this, we analyze it, we find it, some of these things are not connected, but any dot may appear or match as a new dot to fulfill God's purpose. So that's the talk about just saying unconnected dots.
So I'm also a dot that is not connected to any line of Israel bloodline. I am a Gentile. But I'm not claiming that I am now doing the works of God. I'm capturing a moment in time, making a small dot that will match. To say this type of discussion is part of a great postulate saying if God chooses people according to bloodline, what implication does it have in our big minds? It's like some are chosen, some are not. How come all come from God, but God dislike this one and like this one, regardless of the acts that you do? In my opinion and philosophy, deep insights, the spirit, we are still the people of God. But if God has rejected us on the basis of our act, we have no choice. It's the reason we say the life that we didn't choose, and whether you did good or bad. But no, you are the definite purpose dot connector. That means this one could not do it, you will do it. If you could not do it, you will do it. You are in O gate. O gate means if that one is closed, you are open. If you are closed, him open. So definitely God purpose must be fulfilled through in each and every one of us in this planet, which is very fascinating to see that the unconnected dot fulfilling the definite purpose which creation is about, because everyone is a building block, everybody matters, everybody is important. But let me not say one of you, out of his foolishness, you start to pervert reality beyond a comprehension and accept that you will also be put in the unconnected dot for a definite purpose. You will be rejected. You will be rejected. I'm not talking for God here. Come on, people. Here I'm just talking my mind on my own, on the space. Say, let me talk individualism. Let me talk the rebel in me. Let me talk the renegade in me. So that one is this unconnected dots is still a crucial one, which as we're talking, we are subjected to further find much further research saying unconnected dots fulfilling the definite purpose. Definite purpose, what is intended? For instance, let's make an example. We are taking a trip into, maybe let's say, into the sea, and we plan that we will use our small vehicle to get there. But it happens that the car that you chose maybe was a private car. Along the way, it broke. We change this car. We take a bus. These are different thoughts now. I think it makes sense if I put it like that. That's a car. Now we're taking a bus. Just less than a kilometer, the same bus collapses. We take a donk in between. Well, what's happening here? And as we're going towards the sea, we're displacing, right? The number of kilometers. So it means we keep on reducing them. Different kinds of transport and modes. Certain road we could not go on, we use another type of route, which all this work was done in making sure that we fulfill the definite purpose of us landing into the ocean. And now it happens that in between, as we're going using all these modes of transport, the car, the truck, the bus, the donkey could not work. We have to take a flight in between. One journey, different kinds of dots in between, heading towards the ocean. Get me very well on this one. Because it's a very fascinating story we're looking in the Bible. That's how I analyze and interpret the Bible. Because I see it like different dots in different times, did different job, but working towards the definite purpose, which is the reason we're saying today, we're looking humanity say, are we working on a definite purpose? Are we working to fulfill what is intended? So as we fly, as we are flying, we fly, and when we got just into the sea,
Probably it happens that our flight, our airplane, it crashes right on the air, but we landed on the ocean. So regardless of what did we use to land on the ocean, but what is the definite purpose? Unconnected dots fulfilling the definite purpose, the intended purpose. Yeah, so still on the definite purpose, saying I generally assume that's how God used to work. But when you find that now the kingdom of His is about a certain bloodline, yeah, come on, come on. It means you must have the genetics of particular individual so that you are the right person for the kingdom. It doesn't satisfy everyone. They say this is unfair, this is so unjust, this is so cruel. Do you understand? This is so cruel, this is so unfair. So what we're saying is that everyone is important towards this race, the race of definite purpose. It means God had His purpose to fulfill out of us. But the people that may be appointed for the start, some collapse like that first vehicle, and the second one collapsed just like the bus, some collapsed just like the truck, some had to have a lot of doubts or whatever, like a donkey. In between we get a loophole which you cannot jump over, but we have to fly over so that we fulfill the definite purpose. So this discussion of ours indicate that I personally doubt on the lineage that links in terms of bloodline. I personally dislike that concept. So Israel, to me today, it's not about the bloodline. All of us were bloodline. If you do things right, it might jump from here, it gets to this dot. If this dot does right but it failed, it moves from that dot, it gets to that, so that we fulfill the definite purpose. So with that, the definite purpose works with what you know as the ideal state society. I think you remember when I talk about the ideal state society, which was to say at the end, both sides must be equity and balance, or must be equated with equity and balance, meaning that no one should be left in the house of sorrow. I just out, no one should be left in the house of sorrow. In other words, my personal assumption is that yes, Satanas as a fallen angel, he did be disobedient to God. For such a time was not forgiven. He will be forgiven, punished. After some time, he will come back. It's just assumption. Even though mine say no, not man, he not that one, not that fool, he's not coming back. But understand what I'm saying to you. Definite purpose, we have the God to forgive and forget and able to return a species and enjoy. There's no need to be greedy here and say, I didn't forgive him for a life, for eternal life. Come on, I'm not a God, right? Note of that. And to life, I didn't choose it. I'm just talking out of my own nutshell. Say, maybe if it was a kind of like a kind of a thing, more or less to what I'm indicating now. But we're not speaking for God. So the unrelated dots, they are still most crucial things, because it's what I've been observing, saying one come from the city of Ur, which is next to Babylon. He now goes into Egypt. He enjoyed the benefits and enjoy the benefits. After his children multiply, after that their children go out, because that was exile in Egypt. And now they go into another promised land, which in between the promised land, Babylon and Ur, there's still a far distance, because from Jerusalem, from Israel to Babylon, it's about 1,050 kilometers away. Hey, my God. Unconnected dot, unrelated dot, fulfilling the definite purpose. So some say, this man is now doubting the power. Say, listen, we're talking the geographical scriptures. We haven't come to spirit. Seems don't understand what to say. This is geographical history here. So with that here, we're saying now, on my accounts, I personally insisted that different people in different times, whether related by bloodline or not, but they were unconnected dots or unrelated bloodline. Some were able to do the will of God to fulfill a definite purpose. And now, as a result, see, it pushes us now to say, we ourselves today as a species, we need to find means that we respect different kinds of unrelated dots, unconnected dots, which fulfill which fulfills the definite purpose.